Welcome to the 7th episode on the CDP4 video series, where I'm going to explain the concept of iterations. But before we do, we're going to connect to a server. So I hit the connect button on the home ribbon. I provide the name of the server, a username and a password, and I hit the OK button. So now I'm connected to a server. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the directory tab and show the models. Now, in one of the earlier episodes, I explained how to create a new model, and I also explained that a model has multiple study phases that it can go through. So it can be in a preparation phase, design phase, reporting phase, or it can actually be a completed study. One of the things that I did not mention at that time, which I will do now, is that depending on the phase you're in, you're allowed to do certain kinds of things with a model or not. And one of the things you cannot do while a model is in preparation phase is create new iterations. That is typically something you do while you are in the design session phase when you have a whole team working on a model. So that's the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to update this model and say, now we are in the study phase. At this point in time, we would be in a concurrent design facility or all working from home collectively on this one model with all the participants that could potentially be there. Now, for this video, there's only one participant, the administrator, which is represented by me, and he has the following domains of expertise that he can log in as. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new iteration. And the reason that I'm going to do that is because I'm really happy with the state of the design that I reached when I was creating all my model. So what I want is I want to create a snapshot right now. And I do that by freezing iteration 1 and moving to iteration 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right mouse click on the iteration folder and I'm going to click on the create an iteration setup menu item. Some of these tabs I cannot change, but I can change the description, and I'm going to call this iteration 2. Doesn't really matter what you call it. And the source iteration was iteration 1. Basically, what I'm saying is that I first had iteration 1, and now I'm going to iteration 2. So I hit the OK button, and now you see that I have 2 iterations. So the next thing that I can do, I'm going to close this window, is I can open a model. So I go back to the Home tab, I open the model, and you see here that I have the demo model. I'm going to select an iteration, and here you can see that iteration 1 was frozen on today's date, right before 6 o'clock, and I can open that one, but I'm not allowed to change anything in that iteration. It's really a frozen state of my design, which I can go back to inspect it. And for the more advanced users, I would even be able to create a new iteration based on that frozen iteration. So here you see what the design looked like. And what you will also see is that the menu items that allow me to change things in this model are all disabled, which means I cannot do anything in this iteration except for looking at the data. Now what I can also do is I can open up a second iteration, and the reason that I would want to do that is to be able to compare iteration 2 versus iteration 1, or keep track of what it was in the state of the design in iteration 1 while I'm working on iteration 2. So here I select iteration 2. I'm still going to represent system engineering. I hit the select button, and now I have, while we're giving the server some time to think, I have my second iteration loaded, and I can open that one up as well. So here you see that there's a new menu item added here, iteration 2, and now I have both of them loaded at the same time. And here you will see that this iteration, all the menu items to change the things in my model are active again. Mind you, I have iteration 1 in the header here and iteration 2 in the header here, so I'll always be able to distinguish where I'm at. So you can always see that I'm in model demonstration on this server. I am the administrator, I represent system engineering, and I am in iteration 2. So now I can go and change again the value of the mass of my battery. as things go, of course, they keep on going up. That's very typical. Let's say we have to provide more power, also be able to store more power. So I can change that here. And of course, I can also change that here. Not there, of course. So here you see that I've actually changed the value of my battery mass parameter. I'm going to do the same thing for my reaction wheel. So I'm going to say, since the mass of my total spacecraft goes up, I need to provide more inertia with my reaction wheels, or more momentum or torque. They have to become a bit bigger. So I'm actually saying now the mass is 12. So you see here that all these definitions are updated simultaneously with the element definition that is updated. So again, since I'm happy with these values and I want the rest of the team to also find out about them, you saw here, I clicked on iteration 2. I'm going to publish all these values, and now they have become available. And you can see that nothing's changed in iteration 1. I have only changed iteration 2. And I can keep on doing that, but I cannot change it here. I can only change it here. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.